Hello guys, welcome to the channel Ads with Lovenik. And after the success of our real estate series for Meta Ads, people were asking and sending a lot of messages to create this similar kind of series for Google Ads lead generation as well for real estate. So today I'm going to start that series for you guys. So this is going to be our first part of that series. So without wasting any time, let's just start. So first you need to come to the Google Ads dashboard, and then you need to click that plus sign which says create campaign, and then we will be creating a new campaign. Now under that there are multiple objectives and we need to select one from them. So there are sales, leads, website traffic, app promotion. So all of them are not of our use for our goal. So we will just use leads as our campaign objective. Now here under the use this conversion goal to improve leads, we need to select our conversion action, conversion goal. Because if here you select a wrong conversion goal, then no matter how well you have defined your keywords and created the ad groups, or how much budget you have, or whatever strategy that you are using will not work in that case. So this should be your first priority, to configure this conversion goal perfectly without any fail. And to make a conversion action, I already have a video created, so you can just check it for your conversion action creation. I will also add a link in the description. Okay, now I will just consider this purchase as my lead conversion goal. I will remove the rest, so you can do the same. Once you select your leads conversion goal over here, you can remove the rest of the other conversion goal that are there, and always make your lead goal as your primary goal. Okay, so that you can change from the conversions dashboard. Now I will click on continue. Then there are these options for the campaign types where we want to run our campaign. Do we want it on performance max, search, demand gen, video, display, or shopping? Now I will just only recommend you to go with the search campaigns. Do not create any other campaigns as your first priority. First priority should be to get leads from search campaigns. Because from performance campaign, what I have seen is you will get a lot of leads for your project, real estate project. But the thing is, the quality will be very poor of those leads, and it will waste your sales team time as well, calling them and then not hearing back from them, or just hearing some weird response from them. So I just want you to not use performance max if you are just starting out, or any other campaign type from here, display or demand gen or YouTube or shopping is either way not related to our business goal here, which is real estate lead generation. So I would want you to just go with Google Ads search campaign. Then you can click on create new campaign. Here I will just add a campaign name. Let's say LN Real Estate Leads. You can name it accordingly. Now here it says select the ways you would like to reach your goal. So here you just need to select website visit and enter your website address over here. So I will just put ads with Lovenik. You can put your correct a website address over here. And if you are advertising for a specific project, let's say if it is some specific commercial property or a residential property or a office space, you can also use the landing page of that property only. Okay, now we will click on continue. Now we have this option which says bidding, and in bidding this will largely depend upon your account stage. So see, if your account is very new and there are no conversions happened in the last 30 days, so what I would recommend you is go with the clicks. Just for first 1 or 2 week, click on the clicks as a bidding strategy. Then here is this option which says set a maximum cost per click bid limit. So this is very important. If you are using the maximize click bidding strategy, and because your account has no past or historical data, then you must select this. Otherwise your campaign will get clicks of very high value, which we do not want, right? We want maximum clicks so that Meta gets over its learning period as soon as possible. And then here what you need to do is you need to put an average of your keywords CPC. I will tell you how you can put it in the coming part of the video when we will be covering the keywords selection part. But for now, you just remember, if you do not have any historical performance in your ad account, you can go with the clicks as your optimization option and put it as minimum as possible. So basically the goal will be to get clicks as much as possible within our budget, and from those clicks we get some leads as well. Now comes the most important part, which is selecting the bidding. Now, bidding selection depends largely on the stage of your account. Let's say if it is a new account, there is no historical data, then my suggestion to you would be go with the clicks as your bidding, and must tick on this checkbox which says set a maximum cost per click bid limit, because if you want selected, then you will pay a very high amount for just one single click, and this is something which we do not want, right? So first step would be, if there is no historical data, go with clicks as your bid strategy and set a maximum cost per bid limit. And from where you will get that number, how much how would you know that what will be my maximum CPC bid limit? So that I will tell you in the coming part of the video when we will be covering the keywords part. In that we will discuss that, but for now you can just remember the bidding strategy that you need to use if your account has no historical data is clicks, but you need to use this with a maximum cost per click bid limit. All right, so the goal here will be to get as many as click possible from our advertising budget, and then once we will start getting some conversions from that clicks, we will get an idea of what our cost per acquisition is, or whatever cost per conversion is. So once you have, let's say, 7 or 15 leads in your ad account in say 7 days or 14 days depending upon your budget, then you can change it to maximize conversion. Now again, if you change it to maximize conversion and you see that your the cost per conversion is not improving, or it is just getting higher than what you are getting with the maximize clicks, then you need to change it. After observing the performance for 3 to 7 days, you can change it to target CPA, and then set a target CPA basis on what you are getting with the maximize clicks bid strategy. Okay, I hope I was able to make this clear. If you do have any doubt, you can just drop a comment below and I will try to reply as soon as possible. Now this option, you can just ignore it for now, we don't need it. Then I will just put target CPA of 200 just for an example. Okay, just do not consider this as your target CPA. Now here under the network section, what we need to do is we need to untick Google search partner network, and then untick Google display network. And why I'm saying that is because what I've seen over the years, running Google Ads campaign for real estate, with these two networks, I do not get good quality of leads. So I just don't want that. I want my quality of leads to be very good. Even though if I have to pay 50 or 100 rupees more, I'm good with that, because client will also be happy, because it will save the time for their sales team as well. Okay, so we don't want that. We just want good quality leads. So we will just untick these two options. Now under the location, what you need to do is you need to select your location targeting. And how will you decide what location you want to target? So the best way to figure it out is to ask from the client. Client knows this better. So if it is an office space, if it is a residential property, it is a commercial property, ask the client, where do you believe our buyers or purchasers are who will be interested in our project? So they will know if there will be any nearby city or radius. They can mention that okay, people from these locations shows good interest in our property when we market them, or they will have some past data with them, like from where they do get most of the conversions, or they want to target, let's say if the property is in Gurugram, and if they are say to you, then we want to target overall Delhi NCR. So they will give you that information. So just ask the client how they want the location to be, and then just use the second option which says people in or regularly in your included locations, because this will also attract people who are maybe in some way interested in that location, or have been visiting that place in previous let's say week or a few days back. Okay, so but we do not want that. We want the regular people who are regularly in the included location. Now in the language you can keep it as English only. Okay, unless you are doing any hyper local campaign, which I hope you will not be doing it, considering it is a real estate union campaign. So now we will keep it as English only. And for this you can keep it as no, this campaign doesn't have EU political ads. Now I believe for part one we have covered a lot. So this is for the part one, guys. I will cover the rest of the campaign details in the part two of this series. I hope I was able to add some value, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.